Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the second video of Wednesday. Just a quick update from me on this particular setup. I'm still waiting for more tech to arrive to improve the setup to a point of like where you are there, the cam. That's meant to be on like I've got like an arm arriving where I can put you on and then put to the side to have videos like this, but also change it so I can have it front facing and in focus at the same equal distance so I can then kind of get the green screen working. So everything's still a work in progress. The setup is in no way, shape and form done. But yeah, I've also got another arm there that I've got to set up for microphone needs, but work, ladies and gentlemen, I've got work on with other things, so I'm working hard on stuff. But in any case, the video that we're doing at the moment is a July 4th grind guide, or kind of like unit farming for July 4th preparation video. I like doing these because it's nice to look at the numbers and kind of look at expectations, reality, and let's face it, time is very important. Especially if you're free to play and you want to get units. Also, if you're spending as well, if you want to top up some more units. But let's face it, if you are non-spending, then you want to be able to get to the point of like just getting something good out of July 4th deals. It's really important. I know Kabam have said recently, oh, just get revives and health potions. But that's not always the case, and selectors and specifying certain champions from selectors can be just very important. Rank up choices as well, rather than having to rely on RNG rank up gems. Very important. That's what a lot of players want to shoot for, and that's the reason that they save up units for July 4th deals, Cyber Weekend, and to a lesser degree, the Banquet event. But again, it's just down to a personal preference. For me at the moment, I'm in a bit of a quandary of what I'm doing. I'm actually getting incredibly bored with the event quest. So I'm like, okay, well, what do I want to do like on a monthly basis? And I think what I'm going to be doing is focusing on my unit acquisition from Arena, which is obviously what we're doing in this video, and also getting revives and health potions from lower content, but also auto fighting through lower content like Contender, which I've been doing now, and also with the other ones, Proven, etc. And I'm working towards kind of like getting up there, getting the units from that, and kind of reinvesting it. I think a week ago I had about 0 units, and now I'm up to 820 units without having to. I haven't done an extensive amount of Arena. I've done a little bit here and there, but I want to do a lot more. And also reprioritize my focus on stuff that's kind of a bit more meaningful. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Event Quest, it's just repetitive and laborious. So yeah, I think Kabam should maybe look into something where you can have autocomplete, especially for lower content, to like grab resources, items, and well, I'm sure they wouldn't like that, to be honest. But I like the idea of having autocomplete in lower event quests, because I just think it just streamlines it for players, so they can focus on other things. So here's the thing, right? I want to focus on EOP, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. The stash is nearly ready that I'm going to go back into EOP again and do some more Karina's challenges. I've done 2, and I'm just about ready to do, I've got champions ready, and I'm going to do the robots one next, or do the Spider-Verse. I haven't really decided yet. But in any case, it's just what you're really up to and what you're really interested in. So when it comes to focusing on grabbing units is very important, and farming those units. I've digressed a little bit, so let's just bring us back on track as to how many units you can farm between now and July 4th deals, which may be June 30th deals. So just for reference purposes, the 30th of June is when I likely think it is possible we will see the July weekend deals. I don't know 100%, but it's just one of these weird things. On Friday, it's the 30th. On Saturday, it's the 1st. Sunday 2nd, 3rd is Monday, and the 4th of July is on the Tuesday. So I kind of feel that's when it's going to rotate around, and I could be wrong, but I'm working with 19 weeks, 2 days, so like 4 months and a bit, which could be 5, I think it is, 5 events in rotation or close to, and that will also see around about 135 days. Because I don't know 100% when the July 4th deals are going to drop, it is very much kind of like, it's a bit of guesswork. But let's go over the fact that it's around about 5 events based on, starting this month, 19 weeks in general, 19 times, 19 times 2 rotations of Arena a week. So it's 19 times 2 on the amount of units you could get, but we'll cover that now in the kind of the breakdown of things. So this spreadsheet gives a bit of a rough idea. I'll put a link to it in the description if anybody's interested. It's just the one I kind of like work off of. A few kind of one in particular improvement I've taken into consideration better from some comments from people and stuff when it comes to like the way I kind of look at the 22-hour events, because technically I haven't really kind of charted them correctly. I've kind of a bit haphazard with it, so apologies for that, but I've done, I'll do better to kind of like review some things from time to time. I'll go over what I meant by that in a second. So from doing normal heroic master uncollected for 5 months or 5 events, it's going to total a nice amount. Same with the calendar. On a monthly basis, you get 100 units for free. Variant classics, as I said, they're up to you. I've tapped that well too much, and that's it. I'm done with units there. I can't get any more units from that area. I would love a new variant, by the way. Just saying, Kabam. In many cases, solo events. So what I've done is I've kind of worked this out as like 136 days, for example, to take you to July 1st. Which is 3,264 hours. If we divide that by 22 hours, it gives you 22 hours within that. So 148 times 25 units gives 3,700. So it's a bit of a different way to look at it, how I looked at it before. Alliance 3-day events, 45 in total to take you to July 1st ish. So that's going to be 1,125 units. And then Summon a Sigil, if you do buy that, that's for 19 weeks, it's 1,425 units. So it gives a non-arena, first of all, non-arena amount of units of 8,325 for free just by doing all those particular things. If you're a spender, 9,750, so not doing arena. There may also be other events that Kabam launch. I mean, look, Act 8.2 is going to drop at some stage. That gives 540 units based on the last time content like that was put in. And Fabulous Crystals from April. Maybe there's an event. Maybe you'll get 150. Maybe you'll get more than that. I just don't know. I can't predict the future on that one, but it could add an additional 690 units to your particular grind. I mean, you could go and do some Act 6 point whatever it is, 6.2 or whatever, but it depends on what you want to do, what you got time to do as well. Those just variables with that one. When it comes to arena grind and that kind of stuff, it can be very, very beneficial for a player just to add that extra unit grind into their rotation, especially if you're looking to get something nice from July 4th deals, like about 18,000 units. Even if you do up to milestone 12 or 38 rotations, do bear in mind, in a week of Marvel Contest of Champions, on a Monday we've got 1 arena, and on Thursday we'll have another arena, so that's 2 per week. There's also going to be at least, I think it's, it's the same match. You get 3 a week. It's either 3 a week or 2 a week. I've gone with 2 a week. I think once every 3 days. So it's still 38 of the class ones. So you get like a 30 unit type of thing. So yeah, there's a good chunk of units. 12,274 units if you're willing to do up to Milestone 12 and Summoner Trials, Catalyst Arena 8 to 10, and Milestone 10 of the basic arena. And again, you can go further than this. I'm not saying that you're kind of limited to this. It just gives you a bit of an idea. We're just throwing that out there as a variable. And a very high-end grind will add in a good amount of units as well, going up to 18,554. There's time to get stuff done in MCOC. And let's go to the final totals, because I think this is where things really matter for a player. Okay. I've also got to remember, like when I do these particular spreadsheets in the future, I've started doing this. I don't know if you saw in some of the other ones, where I've kind of like I've blocked out the color into more of a darker side to kind of like take away from the kind of glaringness of that. So I need to remember to do that, just to kind of like cut things through with how these videos kind of appear for people. So yeah, that's just the benefit there. That looks better. So I'm going to do this more. Again, like criticism wise, I get it, people. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for stuff where I'm going to mention this stuff. I will get there eventually. I'm just busy with other things. But yeah, anyway, final totals. And you could look to get about 9k just by doing no arena. And I know a lot of people will say, doing arena. Like, fine, look, don't do arena. But you do get a lot more by doing arena. I don't do a huge amount of it. But whenever there's time, I'm watching a film or something, I've got nothing to do. Do I do questing? A lot of the time, no. I will focus my attention and time on arena because it gets units. And I feel that units are kind of like a bit more of kind of like, I'm glad that I got their kind of currency, especially to add up to the future. Or do battlegrounds and stuff like that. But yeah, if you wanted to do a low-end grind, just do that kind of milestone 12 of Summoner Trials, extra 6k added on top with a bit of RNG, like 2k units, which you could get a lot more. I'm just saying RNG is either RNG. Some people refer to the RNG being like, oh yeah, you get free energy refills all the time from everything you go into. No, that's not the case. Oh, you get units every time you open up Arena Crystal. Nope. Who says that? That's the most stupidest thing to say. It's RNG. You just don't know what you're going to get. But yeah, you could get 2k units, you could get more, you could get a lot less. I've had bad days and good days. So 17k units, just a little bit extra grind than that between now and July 4th, which is, what, five months in the future. You could be picking up yourself all of the deals, like up to 18,000 units. It's possible. And even more so, if you do like a bit more grind into like higher areas, you could be seeing yourself get some great deals and have enough left over for an Act 8.2 deal. Or you could invest that into just grinding now in some content. I personally am working towards this, or kind of a little bit lower than this. The reason being is I want to save some units back to buy a deal, but also use my units right now to get Karina's Challenge Volume 3 done before the content comes out for Act 8.2. That way, I know what I'm doing with any kind of rank ups, preparation, and also going, okay, do I want to make the jump now or wait to July 4th deals with the Tier 6 class Catalyst? In any case, I hope it gives a bit of perspective to people maybe interested in how much they're going to be able to get resource-wise, unit-wise. Also, two things to mention. I know King of Arena. Actually, no, I remember somebody I've got to catch up, and I've got to make a note of like who it is grinding units at the moment. What's the name? Because I've got a note here. RichTheMan. I've got to catch up with RichTheMan at some stage and see where RichTheMan is. RichTheMan said last year he was going to be extensively grinding units for the Banquet event 2023. So I'm going to check in with him at some point and see where he's up to, especially because it's several months down the line. I want to see, but people are doing it. King of Arena did it last year. I think King of Arena will be doing it this year as well. Go grabbing those units. Obviously, if you spend, you add an additional 1,425 on top of this. So it could be very beneficial for you as a player to pick up something nice from July 4th deals. In any case, I hope this video helped give a bit more kind of clarity and also inspiration and also targets for July 4th deals and farming units. I wish you well in the grind. I'm going to be doing that, so drop a by to a live stream at some stage, probably next week once I get my deadline smashed. I need to smash a deadline, really, really important. I do that, and then we'll kind of do some streams. I may do some questing, but as I said, I'm more interested in EOP, so I'm going to be grinding stash for that and stuff like that. But in any case, thanks very much for watching this video. Hope it helped. Thank you very much for watching. Check out some other content located on screen right now. And bye-bye.